Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the LunarBlades Wrestling Federation. Now, Ed was originally going to come down here and join us on the commentaries table, and that's when Alcor and Felix came out of nowhere, and apparently we have a match for the Manly Manderville Championship. Of course, Jack Human calling commentary on it with my partner.
Blaze got them all looking at all this confusion.
Now, as far as I can tell, Felix and Alcor have been teaming up lately. But apparently they both want that belt. And so now Ed's finding... Oh, what was that? I'm sorry, Blaze.
This is a singles belt. They want a tag team. They should go for a tag team belt.
Well, I don't think that they're going to be turning into much of a tag team after this. And they are both going for it. They're going after each other, even. I think Ed might have been a little bit smarter, just kind of sneak away in the confusion right there.
Except for one thing, if one of them pin each other, he can still lose his belt. So you best get in there and start defending.
I guess there is a ref in the ring, and this has turned into a triple threat match. And Felix and Alcor are just going at it. Ed's outside wondering what the hell's going on.
Normally what he does.
And I think he's trying to hide underneath the ring right now. No. And he has a bat. He's going after Felix with it.
I didn't know he was the Batman. Always thought he was just a crazy man or something.
Well, there's a very thin line between Batman and Crazy Man.
Yeah, I don't trust this Joker. Be honest.
Well, I can't tell if it was Alcor or Felix that was two-faced. Because they have turned against each other.
Because the fact that they look so similar, I find that may be a bit of a riddle itself.
Well, I don't know. This kind of rubs me the wrong way, It makes me kind of all itchy all over. Kind of like poison ivy.
Well, these type of situations have always been the bane of a good journalist, reporter.
No, not able to make him tap out there. But hey, Halloween is coming up. I certainly hope I don't see any Ra's al Ghul's running around.
Well, with all the ninjas I'm running afoot, and I'm sure you'll be able to make a whole league of assassins or something.
Well, like, ninjas are my bane.
The only thing worse than a bunch of ninjas are a bunch of wings that come out at night. I mean, personally, when I go out for Halloween, I'm just going to buy a Red Hood. I'm lazy.
And with that sledgehammer, Alcor may be just robbing Ed of that belt.
Well, he threw that sledgehammer really hard, too. Actually bounced off of our commentator's desk.
He has quite an arm on him. Outside the ring, Felix looked like he was trying to put Ed through our commentary table.
With that being said, I guess he's the spokesman for Arm & Hammer.
And Ed going for a pin on Felix. Only a 1 count, though. All three competitors going at it. I don't know why anybody would want a belt that they have to defend 24/7. And Ed seems to be a big fan of that clothesline tonight into the corner. He might get a little retaliation right here.
I like to say he's gonna have no mercy on him for that.
And Alcor just slapping the taste out of Ed.
Doesn't have any taste anyway.
Well, I don't know. Edward Sleepington, I think, certainly had some taste. And
that was him.
Edward Sleepington is inside of Ed, so Ed would have taste inside of him. That's not Ed, but Ed. I'm confused.
You better check your Dr. Strange at the door there, buddy, because you're sounding weird right now.
Yeah. You know, remembering when Edward took over, and that's a 2 count, just about a 3. Ed almost lost his Manly Manderville Championship, or as he calls it, his shiny, without even being in the ring.
He must not value as too precious then.
And Ed was showing off some fancy footwork until Felix decided to stop him. Big power slam there. And that's a 2 count. Felix damn near got it off of Ed. Now going after Alcor.
That suit, though, is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it really does need to be toned down in the shiny. I'm sure our costume designers will remember to do that someday.
I thought they got laid off like last month or something.
And if you were listening closely enough, while Ed was crawling along, he just kept on repeating, "I'm a snake, I'm a snake, I'm a snake."
Perhaps he should realize that snakes ain't got no legs.
Felix having trouble putting Ed away. And this is for the Manly Manderville Championship, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen. Just because Ed didn't come down here with the belt doesn't mean that it's not for the championship. I wonder if Ed even realizes that.
Probably not.
Devastating superplex to the outside.
At least we know where you can log in to see this fine wrestling at, I suppose. If the glare isn't too bright from that metal suit that man is wearing. Oh! I smell blood.
It's amazing how you could smell that from all the way over there. That's... You have quite the sniffer on you, Blaze.
Well, you know, from the time it takes a man to get busted open, like roughly from 9 to 10 seconds later, I'll smell it, no matter where it is.
What about what about a woman's monthly visitor? Can you smell that?
Well, that's how I can track you so easy.
Well, that wasn't very nice.
Well, they don't pay me to be nice. They pay me to tell the truth.
Well, you should try doing it someday. Anyway, Ed with a big whip to the corner.
You ever wonder why I call you an egghead, Jack?
I thought it was because of my penchant for eggs.
No, sir. No, sir.
And Ed just rubbing it in on Alcor.
Rubbing what in?
Wow. That corner maneuver they like so much. There's a devastating power bomb. I think it's going Alcor's way. If he goes for the pin right here, you might get it.
I hope he does, because if he's a serious competitor, he really shouldn't be settling for being the butt of somebody's jokes. No.
Yeah, it certainly never did say. Well, I think your prediction might be coming true. That's a 2 count, and no, 2 3/4. Felix almost did steal it.
Gonna get him a jug of oil for Christmas. That's what metal men like, isn't it?
I don't know. You could ask him if you want to. He's right outside, right in front of our announce table here.
Hey there, metal man. You want a jug of oil for Christmas? Hey, do metal men even have Christmas?
I'm not gonna make any comments on that.
I'm just saying. Figure every day was a work day for a metal man or something. You know, programmed to work every day. Non-cease, that's the whole point of a robot.
You do know that Felix isn't and Felix seems to be celebrating Ed's little corner maneuver there.
Mm-hmm. What kind of robot is he exactly?
You do realize that he's not a robot, right? Our costume designers just made, and that looks like a modified bear hug. And I do believe that Ed just tapped out. We have a new Manly Manderville champion, Felix, walking away with it.
Well, he evidently just used one of the specialty traits of a bender unit. He's a robot, Jack.
Well, have you know that the bender units won't be invented for at least another hold on, I'm trying to math. 988 years.
Well, he's obviously the secret prototype. Maybe he came back from the future or something. They do that sometimes.
And I'm sure Felix will be collecting his belt once he gets to the back locker room there. We were supposed to have Ed down here doing commentary with us, but I don't think that's going to be happening now.
Well, perhaps if he does his little mind split thing again, he can comment on his own match. I'd love to see that.
Hey, I would love to see that. That's creepy enough as it is. Like, I mean, 2 separate personalities in one body is one thing, but 2 separate personalities in 2 different bodies that are the same person, that's just a whole new level of weird.
Yeah. That's why we try to ban them from UA Origins.
Oh, by all means, ban them.
You know, has detrimental effects, especially you got labs of crystals and the methods that they're attained.
Labs of crystals.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that I've ever heard of those. I do believe that you may have fallen into the propaganda machine, but...
Well, no, sir. I seen them. People got them. I'm not going to specifically say which groups, but specifically those sylphs have whole labs full of crystals, and the methods in which they use them is not great. And there's an old man in the woods that seduces you.
Did this old man in the woods seduce you?
No, I stayed in the weeds. I know better than trust the old man in the woods with a whole lot of crystals methodically produced. You know what I mean?
Making her way down, Amy.
I wonder if she can even spell. That's not how you spell Amy in the Empire. Freaking Aorigines. Have you ever figured out that she's actually related to Drago?
Yeah, I have absolutely no confirmation on that. They both share the last same name. But then again, so did Maximo and Santi, but we have no confirmation on that neither.
I thought they were, like, related or something. Strange. Seems like the little audience is going crazy tonight. She must be a fan favorite in her village or wherever she comes from.
Yeah, a fan right behind us here. Yelling out some letters. I think that she was, that the fan was trying to spell Amy's name.
Maybe. God knows. They were the savages. I gotta stop.
And Kaz with, blah, 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 blah. Akari in her corner tonight. These two were at each other's throats last week.
So why are they all buddy-buddy this week?
I'm not sure. We may be looking into it more next season.
See, now this is why I always kept Lalas in cages, because the children could always beat them with bats instead of flipping out in the arena.
Well, I'm not sure that, you know, the fans have come here to beat Lalas.
Yes, they will.
I
was actually selling specialty tickets for that.
That's.
It's what?
It's rather quite barbaric.
Well, you know, a couple of the ones that came and did it were warriors, and they are technically barbarians.
You know, I wonder what would happen if we made a cage big enough to fit you. Just saying.
If you made a cage big enough to fit me?
Yeah, give some people some bats? I'd find that funny.
I call that my 5th birthday party. That's your coming to party. Back in the Empire that determines if you're worth keeping as a child. So I finally survived very easy.
And the fans are certainly enjoying themselves tonight.
Indeed they are.
And that's Amy showing a lot of unusual offense. Well, not unusual, I will say high flying anyway.
Well, it felt like last time she came here she was just copying somebody else. Seems like a lot of her moves are her own this week.
Certainly had a change in moves anyway.
It wouldn't make sense if she'd be flipping around in the ring. Since she comes down to the ring flipping up, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean, Jack?
That I do. It does make perfect sense. And Kaz also showing some aerial offense.
And the fans seem to be eating this up.
Yeah, so far one of the biggest reactions has just been that punch sending Amy to the outside. So after all that aerial offense, I definitely thought the fans would be louder.
Well,
it seems
sometimes the simple things in life, you know.
Yeah, the fan right behind us seems to be enjoying this quite a bit by all the laughter. Seeing two people beat the hell out of each other, I don't know why it's laugh-inducing, but...
Must be a child from the Empire or something.
Oh, boy. That's 2 3/4. Kaz almost took it.
Now, what's this young lady named down here by the ring? You want this dress?
Unfortunately, I'm horrible with pronunciations. Akari?
Yeah, she has hair like our great illustrious leader, Mr. Dog Chambers, Mr. Dog Engelbert Chambers.
There certainly are some similarities.
Yes, I see him. Could have to invite her to one of those parties. Trust and believe you can't be no little kids at those parties. She wearing glasses too, like him. Strange. I think I found a perfect match. Gonna have to get him married off.
I hardly doubt he'll ever get married off.
I don't know. I think for the right price, maybe drop like 4 or 5 million. Make it happen.
I've got to disagree with you there. I don't even think for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 billion.
Well, everybody has a price. That's what I've always been told.
Oh, just like the billionaire, the billionaire dollar man.
Yeah. You know, he had a belt worth $1 billion. It seems like we have more fans gathering now. God knows what's gonna happen now.
And Kaz taps out. Amy was just all over her with submissions and aerial moves.
Well, tapped out. Then walked away. That's not good.
I certainly think that Amy will be feeling a few of those moves from Kaz anyway.
She should. She took a lot of hits to the head. Not unless that hair cushioned most of it.
Always a good possibility. Maybe be able to put kind of like a mesh protective helmet in.
Well, you know, mesh protective helmets have an eye level of 55, and you don't allow that in this federation. Only 30 and under.
Yeah, otherwise we get forced to sync everything, and that's just a pain in the ass.
You got that right. We got enough problems with our customer and fan base syncing. We don't need to fight syncing. I gotta stop.
And next up, we'll have a battle of the hats. Snail versus Ruben.
Well. It looks like the what's this guy's name? The Count of
Snail Trail.
Monte Cristo. Yes, the Count of Monte Nisco. And he's teamed up with a green woman.
Yeah, Bianca, a very unusual pairing here tonight. I don't know what's going on with those two.
Is it Christmas? I see a lot of red and green going on right now.
It's not Christmas yet. It's not even Halloween yet. Don't bring up Christmas.
I haven't seen this much red and green together since the old Empire TV show back in the day that had their old uncle and their old nephew, well, his little nephew, out in the wilderness. I think it was actually called what, Red and Green Show, I believe. Yeah.
No, it was definitely the Green Red Show.
The Green Red Show? One of them. You know, sometimes things are so obvious you just can't even mix them up to prevent copyrights. But they can use it for publicity anyway. So, yeah. How about that, Ruben?
Well, I'm hoping Snail's entrance doesn't scare the fans around here.
I hope Snail's entrance doesn't take too long. Jeez.
It certainly does take a minute. It's kind of got to warm up at the beginning there. Get it? Because of the fire.
I thought you were talking about the red hot outfit he's wearing. So what is this? He's wearing his little prom shirt or something. I swear, this guy.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that that there's a possibility that he might be a red mage.
What is that old comedy skit? You might be a red mage, yeah. I think I heard of that one.
If if you kill something and accidentally bring it back to life, you might be a red mage.
Okay. If, if you find yourself confused about doing DPS damage, you're trying to cure something, and at the same time trying to tank, you might be a red mage.
If you heal your enemies and cast fire on your allies, you might be a red mage.
Okay, so I see we're gonna commit to this now. If your ability bar has more, if your ability interface has more bars than a cheap link shell, you might be a red mage.
If even I can use it, you might be a red mage.
If you have a red hat that has to at least match your ego in size, you might be a red mage.
And speaking of hats, it certainly is a battle of the hats tonight in this non-championship match.
They should make a hat championship. Surely these two would be the top contenders.
Instead of a championship belt, have a championship hat?
That's right.
Hmm.
Called the 10-gallon championship.
Of course, Ruben, being the winner of that 30-man Titan Rules match, comes the Scion Championship.
I just got my brass knuckles and my shovel ready. I don't trust a green woman.
You certainly have something against Bianca.
Well, it's a green woman with that white lipstick. I do not trust her. And the fans seem to want to correct me, saying it's a blue woman. It looks green to me.
Well, you certainly can't argue with the fans all the time.
Take enough flashbacks to the face, the blues look green. I can't help it.
Ruben giving a snake eyes to snail trail.
A snake-eyed snail trail.
Snake-eyed snail trail. Snake-eyed snail trail. Snake-eyed. Boy, that's kind of difficult to say.
Yeah, it is kind of difficult to say.
Ruben with a big leg drop there. Sizing up snail trail for something.
I know I'm going to call this match. And White Hat is on a roll now. He's easily dominating Red Hat right now. And did you see that kick that White Hat gave to the Red Hat?
It certainly was a devastating kick. Bianca, trying to interfere in the match instead of the ref just counting, had to go and get her off the mat.
Told you I don't trust no green women. White Hat got cheap. See? Even the audience gets it. Now look at this. White Hat should have had this match won by now.
Snail Trail sizing up Ruben, looks like he's going for a choke slam.
Name is Red Hat. Say it right. That's how we're gonna call this now.
It's Snail.
His name is Red Hat.
Snail.
Cheated. His name is now Red Hat.
I don't think that he would like that too much, you know, if you were to change his name.
Well, if he change his hat then.
Yeah.
Then change his name. We'll take his hat off, then he can be Snail. We'll put a snail on his head. It's called Snail Hat.
How about this? How will I change your name to Smelly Armor?
Well, that's great.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Human, and this is my broadcast partner, Smelly Armor.
Except for I'm not wearing my armor right now.
Yeah, did you leave it in the back? Because I can still smell it.
Actually, it's like right under your seat.
Oh, you stuck it there on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You know, don't like wasting space, and that's pretty much what you're doing. So, hey, making use of it.
Not wasting space and calling matches and doing commentary but speaking of space, did you notice? I lost a full pound since last week. 1 full pound.
I can't tell.
It would have been more, but there was all you could eat at Kentucky Fried Chocobo, and yeah, I think I ate like 4 birds.
Well, I'm not trying to be mean or anything this time. Specifically say this time. But much like the Army in Cry Far Part 4, you could go to the Viet Cong and you could stand to lose a few chins, Jack. You know what I mean? You follow me?
Not following you. Like, I mean, I know that, like, you know, like, no, not following. What's a Viet Cong?
Well, there's a lot of chins in there. Couple chongs too. But yeah, we'll put it together. You let me know when you lose a few chins.
Okay. I've almost lost 1. You know, like that was the pound that I lost this week. You know, see.
Well, it's not quite good enough.
And Ruben just being dropped on his head again, and still not enough to put him away.
And you notice, we got a man busted open.
He was busted open by that first tombstone.
It took a little while for that blood set to get over here. You know how it is.
If he wasn't seeing red before, he's certainly seeing red now, I'll tell you that much.
Well, he should be mad wearing all that white. That man got blood on him.
Ruben, of course, 49% owner of the LunarBlades Wrestling Federation and Scion champion.
Something stinks there. Went from not having owners to being champions, and all of a sudden this guy is a champion and an owner.
Well, for that 30-man Titan Rules match for the Scion Championship, it was all hands on deck.
I think he bought off everybody. He had all the competitors paid to be put in early. He came in, fought nobody.
Well, the draw was completely at random, mainly because we can't control it.
That's what they say. That's what they always say, but the higher ups know. I've seen a bunch of Romans come in and steal many victories like that. And they reigned over their empires for many years because of that.
So what you're saying is that a bunch of Romans reigned?
That's right.
Huh.
And they shielded all progress from being made for many years.
And these two are just going back and forth.
One, two, three.
I certainly think that Snail has the advantage with Bianca being in his corner.
Cheating green woman.
Hmm.
I don't trust none of them.
Hey, this fan back here is, he's calling the match better than you usually do.
Yeah, that fan doesn't take into account that there's a 10-second delay between the monitors and what's going on in the ring. So he's just doing uneducated guessing. That's what it means to be a professional, to know these things. So how you like that, Jack?
Oh, I enjoy it quite nicely. Thank you.
He's talking about Red Hat on the ground. The Red Hat's probably
Red Hat is... Now you guys got me doing it. Snail.
He is what it says. His name is Red Hat.
1, 2, 3.
And that,
Red Hat staying alive.
it's good
But
to know
these-
the fans watch like this crap.
Ooh, that guy's got to get slammed. Ooh. But White Hat got slammed instead. Ooh, Red Hat picking. Ooh, he's been...
These two are certainly going back and forth. It's been give and take this entire match. Neither one of them relenting.
Red Hat's...
Is this a title shot?
No, this is a non-title match.
Jeez, I would have been just gave up and walked away. It's not like you get anything out of it. And I don't trust that. That green woman over there, because this match could have been over by now.
I'm certainly not saying that it's not setting up something for later, and that's a 3 count. Ruben takes it.
By the way, that's a blue one.
It's a green woman.
It's a blue and green one.
Yeah, whatever.
Please
Yeah,
don't argue with the audience.
And legs are blue.
That's why I'm gonna discourage this
And her
country one day.
Her hands are...
Savage origins.
Her arms and hands are...
Hardly look how big I am. How much of a savage do you think I could be? The only thing I've been a savage at is the buffet table.
It ain't savage, it's savage. I didn't specify what type.
Ruben walking away with a victory.
And White Hat takes it.
Ruben.
White Hat.
Ruben.
White Hat.
Ruben.
His name is White Hat.
I'm sure this argument will continue, but for now, we'll come back for part 2.